And so, sometimes we feel awkward, but I think that if we just like embrace that awkwardness, I think the only reason that kids like me, and I feel like kids like me, is because I'm super awkward and I own it. And I'm like really awkward with kids, like purposely awkward with kids. And then they're like, okay, well, she's not intimidating, so I guess like we can talk to her. So I think just like own your awkward. Like don't feel like you have to be like cool or like have it together or like anything like that. Just feel like just be yourself.
Regularly as I navigate my classroom full of teenagers who always notice everything about me. Everything is sacred and nothing is personal. Everything is sacred and nothing is personal.
They're all in different at developmental stage.
We're planning to start this up. The goal is September, second Sunday of September, so the first Sunday after Labor Day, the 10th? Okay, the 10th. So that's the goal, is to start it then. If you're interested in being a mentor, you can talk to me, you can email me. I think my email address is probably somewhere, or you can just grab me really quick after church and talk to me. If you have already been working with kids in some capacity and you've been background checked in the last 2 years, you wouldn't need to do that again. If you're starting new, then you will need to complete a background check form because we want to make sure that we're keeping our kids safe too. But yeah, I think that's all of the logistical things. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Megan. I appreciate this, just to be able to do this off the cuff. I really appreciate you. And does anyone have any questions right now?
Than once a month as a mentor. Again, thinking about how do we make sure the kids are expanding their relationships in this community. I've been a part of different person. And like as I got older, then I started to know more people. But I think there's real beauty in person's gonna come talk to me and they're gonna ask me about school or about this sport I play or this art that I do or this video game that I play or what TikTok trend there is or whatever, right? You find whatever the kids are into and be awkward about it. But they'll tell you if it's what they're into. They like to talk. And just keep showing up. So I would think probably about once a month if we have an Would like to have 2 adults in the room at all times, again, for child safety and accountability, and for, to protect the adults, too. Yeah. Marcia, did you have your hand up? That was your question? Cool. Any other questions? How flexible is the curriculum? I mean, it gives you a lot. And you can either just follow it straight down through, like a script, or you can, like Pastor Nikki was saying, we'll have all of it at the beginning so you can have it in advance. And if you're like, oh, I want to do this part or this activity, but I don't want to do that one, or I want to prioritize this activity but not that one, then that's, yeah. Or if you have an idea, yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And then that would just be, you would coordinate with your mentor to be like, let's, put this in here. Yeah. So it gives you a lot. I always like to think of curriculum as a trampoline. It's a thing you can jump off of. Anything else?
Okay, so I'm going to say one thing about that as the pastor. So we've looked at this curriculum and like it theologically. So if you have an idea of some other type of curriculum you want to teach, please run it by me. I don't want to teach. There's certain curriculums that are really just not good. And so, as much as I said, yes, faith formation is mutual and we are learning through our actions and things like that, I really don't want to teach the children, like, this is who God is. Like, God is a man in the sky with I have a friend in seminary who says, God drives a truck. But it's like a joke, but like God is like this man. We're not going to do that. Like, we don't want to do any of those things. There's a lot, like the Bible app has some harmful things on there. So if you do have some ideas of other things you want to teach, please let me look over them first. Just make sure they're like theologically progressive and not saying things that are like, just harmful, which I'm sure all of you know what not to be teaching the kids, but just in case. But Yeah, but if you have ideas of like crafts or like games or like things like that, or like loosely based on like the Bible passage or something like that, that's great. But if you're going to use some other source, please run it by me.
Good. All right, anything else?
Okay, can we clap for Megan? Thank you.
We sang this song as the prelude this morning to help folks learn it who may not be familiar with it. So feel free to remain seated and sing along if you'd like, or just listen, and we'll take it from there. Waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand, and I will call upon your name, and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours, and you are mine. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed, and you won't start now. And I will call upon your name, and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest. I am yours, and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. And I will call upon your name, to keep my eyes above the waves. My soul will rest in your embrace. Deliverance and joy. This is the kingdom.